everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jess and today I'm coming from a different location than my normal spot, and I'm at my parents' house today, and I'm going to share with you a quick book tour of my dad's bookcase. So my dad's a big collector of fine books. He's a member of the Folio Society, so lots of his books come from the Folio Society. And I'm probably going to have to break this video into a few parts as there's lots of books and lots of really interesting details, and some of his editions are fine editions with some really nice covers and some inside illustrations, so I'm going to share some of those with you today. So I'm just going to start by giving you an overview of the whole bookcase. So as you can see, all of them have really beautiful spines. Ooh. So this bookshelf is made up of 6 shelves. And then there's also the books sitting on the top. Starting on the very top shelf, we have the collection of Charles Dickens work, and if we just move from left to right, we have Pickwick Papers, Oliver Twist, Nicholas Nickleby, Bleak House, A Tale of Two Cities, Great Expectations, Martin Chuzzlewit, Dombey and Son, Edwin Drood, Hard Times, Little Dorrit, The Old Curiosity Shop, David Copperfield, Our Mutual Friend, Christmas Books, which includes Our Christmas Carol, A Christmas Carol, and Barnaby Rudge. So all of the Dickens books looks like this. The covers don't have any illustrations on. And then all the editions contain the original illustrations, like this one. Next is the collection of His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman, The Golden Compass, The Subtle Knife, and The Amber Spyglass. And these editions contain beautiful coloured illustrations by Peter Bailey. And that's by Russell Hoban and illustrated by Quentin Blake. And this is one of Folio Society's limited editions. This is a really fun one to read out loud because it's written in Ridley's dialect. And I'll just show you some of the illustrations of Quentin Blake. Some beautiful watercolour illustrations. And that's the cover. It shows there, so they had 1,000 signed copies, signed by Quentin Blake. And then the final book on this shelf is The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. This isn't actually a Folio Society book, this was published by Barnes & Noble. Then on to the second shelf we have the Patrick O'Brian Master and Commander series, including Master and Commander, Post Captain, HMS Surprise, The Mauritius Command, Desolation Island, The Fortune of War, The Surgeon's Mate, The Ionian Mission, Treason's Harbour, The Far Side of the World, The Reverse of the Medal, The Letter of the Mark, The 13-Gun Salute, The Nutmeg of Consolation, Clarissa Oakes, The Wine Dark Sea, and The Commodore. Now unfortunately, before Dad finished collecting the series, Folio stopped releasing them. So we're missing about 4 in this series. So Folio, if you're listening, please make these again. Agatha Christie, and Then There Were None. The Vampire and Other Macabre Tales. This is a collection of stories by various authors. In a Glass Darkly by Sheridan Le Fanu. Uncle Silas by Sheridan Le Fanu. The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Spark. Grimm's Fairy Tales, illustrated by Arthur Rackham and translated by Mrs. Edgar Lucas. And throughout this there are coloured illustrations by Arthur Rackham. The Fables of Aesop, illustrated by Edward J. DeMold. The Arabian Nights, also with illustrations by DeMold. Hans Christian Andersen, The Complete Tales, Part 1 and Part 2. War Horse by Michael Morpurgo. A Kestrel for a Knave by Barry Hines, and this has got a dust jacket over it with additional illustrations. So that's the illustration on the book, and then when you pull the dust jacket over it, you can see the boy and the kestrel. And then finally on this shelf we have The Body Snatchers and Other Stories, and The Isle of Voices and Other Stories, both by Robert Louis Stevenson. So that's it for today. I'm just going to give you a final overview of all the spines for those first 2 shelves. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 2.